Hello. So in this video, I'm gonna discuss our very first lesson for the first quarter, which is about sets. Our learning goals or objectives. After going through this video, you are expected to illustrate well-defined sets, subsets, universal sets, null set, cardinality of sets, union, and intersection of sets, and the difference of two sets. Okay, now let's define set. Set is a well-defined collection of distinct objects. Tandaan, well-defined collection. Ibig sabihin, specific, exact. Okay? So kung for example, ang tinutukoy ko na set ay set of students of grade 7 Nizar academic year 2021 to 2022. So lahat ng mga students under grade 7 Nizar na nasa school year 2021 to 2022 ay kasama doon sa set na yun or group of students na yun. Then that is a set kasi well-defined siya. But unlike kapag sinabi ko lang na grade 7 Nizar, set of students of grade 7 Nizar. Pwedeng malito dahil meron din grade 7 Nizar students last school year. Okay? So, ganun natin dinedefine yung set. Okay? And then the objects of a set are called its elements. So, lahat ng mga objects na nandun sa group na yun or sa set na yun, ang tawag sa kanila ay elements. Okay? So, lahat, balik tayo dun sa example, grade 7 Nizar, academic year 2021 to 2022. So, yung bawat student na nasa section na yun, ang tawag sa kanila ay element. Now, we have three ways to describe sets. The first one is the written expression or the verbal description. For example, B is the set of the first 5 natural numbers. Ayan. So, written expression lang siya or verbal description. Okay? So, well-defined siya, diba? Set of the first 5 natural numbers, diba? Hali kapag sinabi lang natin na B is the set of natural numbers. Maraming natural numbers. Actually, infinite siya. Diba? So, kaya dito, nagbigay siya ng specific na group, which is the first 5 natural numbers. So, yan yung example ng written expression or verbal description. Next, listing method or roster notation. So, paano naman ito? Ayan. So, gamitin natin tong written expression dito. Isusulat natin siya sa listing method or through roster notation. So, dito, magamit na tayo ng kung ano yung given na letter. Okay, ayan. B is equal to, i-enclose natin yung elements sa braces. Ayan. Open and close braces. So, since ang set na tinutukoy ay first 5 natural numbers. When we say natural numbers, yun yung mga counting numbers. Diba? Same lang yun. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, ito ay example ng set. Well-defined. Again. And then, we also have the set builder notation. Okay? So, gumagamit din na tayo nito to describe sets. Example, B is equal to X such that X is a natural number. Okay? X is less than 6. Or, pwede rin ganito natin siya isulat. Ganun pa din, B is equal to X such that X is a natural number. X is less than 6. So, pwede tayong gumamit nitong vertical bar. Pwede rin tayong gumamit ng colon. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, ang tinutukoy dito, again, yung mga numbers, eto, tong mga natural numbers na to, first 5 natural numbers. Bakit nakalagay na X is less than 6? Siyempre, etong mga numbers na to ay less than 6. So, ganyan tayo magsulat ng set builder notation. Take note na pwede tayong gumamit ng kahit anong capital letters, okay, para sa set. Now, identify all the answers on the statements below. Tingnan natin kung kahit paano ay nauunawaan na natin yung idea or concept ng set. Ito yung written expressions given na. And then tayo yung magbibigay ng listing method or roster notation. So, ito yung gagamitin natin sa ngayon. For number 1, A is the set of all provinces in region 4A. So, again, well-defined siya, diba? Kasi, alam naman natin kung ano lang yung mga provinces na nasa region 4A. Which are the Calabar zone, diba? Ayan. So, A is equal to Cavite, Laguna, Batangas, Rizal, and Quezon. So, naka-listing method na siya or roster notation. Okay, tandaan natin, ang ginagamit natin dito ay braces or yung curl brackets. Okay? So, hindi pwede yung open and close parentheses. Next, for number 2, B is the set of all natural numbers between 1 and 7. So, ano daw yung mga natural numbers na nasa pagitan ng 1 and 7? So, the answer is B is equal to 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Diba? Nasa pagitan ng 1 and 7. Natural numbers. Bakit kailangan sinabi pa natural numbers? Kasi diba kung numbers lang yung sinabi natin dito, pwede nating sabihin ng decimal. Diba? So, marami yun. Kaya dapat specific, well-defined yung ating set. Last example, C is the set of all subjects in grade 7. Okay, so yung mga subjects lang sa grade 7. So we have C is equal to Filipino, English, Math, Science, AP, ESE, PLE, and Math. So ito lang naman yung subjects sa grade 7. Diba? So, well-defined part. Now, let's have illustrative example number 1. Describe the elements of each set. So, kapag nagde-describe tayo, syempre gumagamit tayo ng words. Okay? So, dito, ang gagamitin natin ay written or verbal expression. Okay? So, for the set A, ito yung set natin. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Ito yung mga elements. So, how are we going to describe these elements? Set A is the set of even numbers from 4 to 12. Diba? Lahat sila ay even numbers from 4 to 12. Okay. So, yan siya. Pwede rin nating sabihin na numbers divisible by 2 from 4 to 12. Diba? Pwede rin ganun. Okay? So, as long as tama yung description na binibigay natin, okay, then tumpak siya para doon sa set. Okay, sa given set. Next one, set B. So, ang elements, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so how are we going to describe this set? Set B is the set of counting numbers from 1 to 6. Okay, again, dapat specific. Pwede rin natin lagay dito natural numbers kasi same lang naman yun. Counting and natural numbers. Next, how about the set C? So, dito kung mapapansin natin, wala siyang laman. Walang elements. So, how are we going to describe this? Set C is a null set. Okay, so that is possible. Na yung isang set ay walang laman. Okay? So, ang tawag natin doon ay null set or empty set. How about the set D? So, our elements here are 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18. So, how are we going to describe this set? Set D is the set of factors of 18. Diba? Lahat ng mga numbers na to ay factors ng 18. But 2 times 9 is 18, 3 times 6 is 18, 1 times 18 is 18. Kaya factor sila ng 18. Okay? Ayan. Pwede tayo magbigay ng ibang written expression. Okay? Again, as long as tama siya doon sa given set. So, these are another important terms that you need to remember and understand. Subset. It is a set whose elements are members of another set. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, yung mga elements ng subset na yun ay nandoon sa universal set natin. Ngayon, let's define universal. Mamaya magbibigay ako ng mga examples. Universal set contains all the elements being considered in a given situation. Ayan. So, yung kabuuan ng set, ang tawag doon ay universal set. Next, again, the null set, it is an empty set. So, iisa lang yan sila. It has no elements. The null set is a subset of any set. So, lahat ng set, okay, subset niya ang null set. Okay, lahat. Ayan. So, pwede nating gamiting symbol, itong symbol na to as a null set or empty set, or pwedeng itong braces, okay, pero walang laman. Okay. Now, ito, example. Ang ating universal set ay itong C, okay? Set C. So, nandito yung 6 na candies and the 3 chocolates. So, kapag kinuha natin yung subset nito, we have, for example, set A, which contains the 6 candies, and the set B contains the 3 chocolates, diba? So, etong mga ito, ang set A at set B ay subset ng set C. Ayan. So, for this example, set C is the universal set. Kasi siya yung kabuuan ng set natin. And then, sets A and B are subsets of set C. Diba? Included kasi sila doon sa set C. So, kung for example ay yung set of lollipops, what will be the answer? Null set, diba? Or empty set. Kasi wala naman tayong lollipop doon sa ating universal set. Okay? So, now, illustrative example number 2. Describe the subset and universal set shown below. Since we have already defined the subset and universal set, now let's have an example. So, ito yung example natin, describe natin. Ano yung set U? Okay, yung U, which stands for the universal set. So, set U is the universal set which elements are counting numbers from 1 to 10. So, yung sa universal set, kasama ito itong set Q. Okay? Bakit? Kasi nga, itong set Q ay subset lang ng universal set. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, lahat na nandito sa loob ng set na ito ay kasama sa universal set. Okay? Kahit nasa loob pa siya itong set Q. So, kapag dinefine natin ito, set U is the universal set which elements are counting numbers from 1 to 10. Tama, diba? Ayan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Now, how about the set Q? How are we going to describe this? Ayan. Ang elements ng set Q ay 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 only. So, set Q is subset of U for the universal set which elements are even numbers from 2 to 10. Diba? Ayan. So, well-defined. Tandaan. Set is a well-defined collection of distinct objects. Another important terms, we have what we call the union of sets. The set of all elements found in both sets. The union of A and B, denoted by A union B, and read as A union B. So, ganun natin siya basahin pag nakakita niya. Okay? So, ito yung symbol na ginagamit natin for union. It is the set of all elements belonging to either of the sets or in both. It is the result of adding or combining the elements of two or more sets. So, pag sinabi natin union, combination of sets. Yun siya. Okay? So, example, use the diagram below to answer the question. Okay? Ayan. For number 1, what elements are found in the union of A and B? Okay? Ano daw yung mga elements na makikita kapag kinumbine natin set A and set B? So, we have A union B. So, pagsamahin lang natin silang lahat, we have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 14, 20, 21, and 23. Ayan. So, kinuha lang natin yung combination nila. Okay? Mas maganda, lalo na kapag numbers yung ating mga elements, isulat natin siya ng in increasing order or decreasing order. Bakit? Kasi para hindi tayo malilito. Okay? Wala tayong mamimiss na elements. Okay? Next. Another important term, the intersection of sets A and B, denoted by A intersection B or A intersects B. So, yung intersection symbol natin ay itong upside down na U or pabaliktad na U. A intersection. It is the set of all elements common to both sets A and B. So, ano yung common sa set A and B? Yun yung tinutukoy ng intersection. Sets with no common elements are called disjoint sets. So, kung halimbawa ay may pinapahanap na intersection sa dalawang sets, tapos wala namang common sa kanila, okay? Then, ang tawag doon, disjoint sets. Example, ayan. So, using the same Venn diagram, what elements are found in the intersection of A and B? Ay, ano daw yung common sa set A and set B? Ito yung kabuuan ng set A. Ayan. At ito yung kabuuan ng set B. Ano yung common na elements sa kanilang dalawa? So, those will be the 4, 14, and 20. So, ganito natin siya isusulat. A intersection B is equal to set, ayan, yung open and close na braces, 4, 14, and 20. Another important term, complement of set A, denoted by A prime. Okay, so ganyan natin siya basahin kapag nakakita tayo ng ganitong symbol, A prime. Read as A prime or A complement. Okay? It is the set of elements that are not in set A, but in the universal set. Okay? So, yung mga elements na wala sa set A, yun ang ibig niyang sabihin. Or, we can say, not A. Okay? Mga elements na hindi kabilang sa set A, pero nasa universal set. Okay, another example. Ayan. What are the elements in A prime or A complement? And also in B prime or B complement. Ayan, dun muna tayo sa A prime. Ano yung mga elements na nasa universal set pero wala sa set A? Those are, ayan, 5, 7, 21, and 23. Diba? Kasi ito yung mga elements ng A. Ang tanong, ano yung A prime? Ano yung mga elements na nasa universal set na wala sa A? At ito yun. 5, 7, 21, and 23. Next, how about the B prime or the B complement? Ano naman yung mga elements na nasa universal set pero wala sa set B? Okay? Ayan. So, we have the elements 2, 6, and 11. Okay. So, sana ay naintindihan natin. Next, important term, cardinality of set. It is the number of elements contained in a set. So, dito ang bibigay lang natin ay yung bilang ng elements. Pag sinabi natin cardinality. Okay? Example, what is the cardinality of the intersection of A and B? Okay? Intersection na ang pinag-uusapan. Ibig sabihin yung common sa set A and set B. So, ilan daw yung elements na nasa intersection ng A and B? The answer is cardinality of A intersection B is 3. Okay? Kasi meron tayong 4, 14, and 20. Tatlo lang yung elements na nasa intersection ng A and B. Okay, another important term, difference of two sets, written as A minus B, is the set of all elements of A that are not elements of B. Okay? Tatanggalin natin yung elements na nasa set B na nasa set A. Okay, kaya A minus B. Okay, example. What is A minus B in this given Venn diagram? Okay, ayan. So, A minus B is equal to 2, 6, and 11. Okay, so yun yung natira. Okay, yung mga elements na nasa set A na. Okay, so that's all for our lesson for the first week of the first quarter. Before we end this lesson, I just want to share with you this Bible verse. Do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character. Okay? So, tandaan natin, napakahalaga na pumipili tayo ng set of friends. Diba? It's very important na yung mga set of friends natin ay nakakatulong sa atin, sa mental health natin, sa well-being natin. Diba? Kasi kung hindi, or pwedeng ma-influensyahan tayo nila sa mga mali nilang ginagawa. So, napaka-importante na pumipili tayo ng mga set of friends. Okay? Kahit kaunti lang yan, as long as they are good for us, diba? At ganun din tayo sa kanila. Mas mabuting okay na yun kahit kaunti lang sila. Okay? So, again, bad company corrupts good character. So, kung alam nyo na hindi na sila nakakatulong sa inyo, nai-impluwensyahan nila kayo sa hindi magandang bagay, okay, it's time for you to think, diba? Or decide kung tama pa ba na ipagpatuloy ang pagkakaroon ng friendship with them or hindi na. Okay? It doesn't mean that we hate them kapag lumayo tayo sa kanila, diba? Kailangan lang natin na ingatan din ang ating mga sarili. Okay. So, thank you. Hope you always enjoy learning.